size and strength. Obviously, it's a kettlebell video. That's obvious from the title. Obviously, it's about how to get bigger and stronger. Kettlebells being the solution. So you already know what the video is about. You already know whether you want it for your personal goals or not, just from the title. You don't have to read the ad copy unless you just want to know exactly what's on it, just from the title alone. Now, some would look at that from a fear-based mindset and go, well, what about people that don't care about that goal? What about them? I'm not going to get that market. I'm not going to monetize that market. You're not going to get everybody anyway. When you pick a theme, though, you're going to get that market, and you're going to get a lot of other people that just come out of it because of the curiosity factor. They're going, okay, I'm not interested in size and strength, but I am interested in kettlebells, and I am interested to see what Mike does with this, so I'm going to buy it. So a lot of the people who bought that video, and that video made me $50,000 within a year, okay, back in 2004, and it continues to make me money now. That's the best thing about videos they are the gift that keeps on giving. No matter how much money you make teaching a class, doing a private lesson, or doing a workshop, that money ends the second that session is over. The second the workshop's over, the second the class is over. Videos are the gift that keeps on giving. Every single month, I'm making money off videos I put out years ago. And then think about what happens when you have 20 videos that you're making money off of each month. Think about if you're only making $1,000 per video. You have a $20,000 a month income that could potentially pay you for the rest of your life. So information products are extremely powerful, something that you need to get into your system. No matter what your business model is, you can get information products into it. Okay, next video I came out with, kettlebell solutions for speed and explosive strength. Different market. I could have easily made the first one the kettlebell solution for size and strength and speed and explosive strength and fat loss and mental toughness. All right, that's too much. You're overwhelming the customer now. Pick one topic, do it really well. None of this sequel crap. Okay, I could have easily held back on the size and strength one and said, okay, I'm just going to do 45 minutes and then I'll save the rest for part 2. I don't believe in that philosophy. I believe in pick a topic, say everything you have to say about that topic, move on to another topic. Don't try to con customers into buying stuff that they could have bought the first time around if you were just generous enough to put it all on one video. Final video that I put out before this Boys Are Back in Town one is fat loss and mental toughness. Okay, this is my unique style on weight loss, fat loss. And my philosophy about how to lose fat is much different than anyone else's out there. It's not just doing a lot of high rep stuff in aerobics. It's working on hormones. It's working on the mental side of it. It's working on building as much muscle as possible. So I took a topic that's extremely popular. Fat loss obviously is going to be the biggest seller in America. Okay, fat loss is what most people have problems with. It's not because they're in great shape and they want to get bigger, right? That's not the masses. It's because they're too fat and they want to lose weight. So fat loss is always going to be the biggest topic. But I didn't want to put out a video that's just like everybody else's. Most people approach kettlebell training from a fat loss perspective with, we're just going to do a lot of high reps. I approached it from my philosophy with, we're just going to build a lot of muscle, work on diet, work on the mental side, work on hormones. So it's a unique product. It's not a cliche. It's not something that's just copying what everyone else is doing. Never copy anybody else. I never copy anything else. I always put stuff out that's unique to me and my system, and that's not being duplicative of what's in the marketplace. All right, mistake number 7, no bonus files. Every DVD you make should have a bonus file. What does that mean? If you look on the back cover of one of my videos, at the very bottom it says, free Mike Mahler hormone lecture ebook, email for a copy. Now, why do I have that on there? Why not just give it to them when they buy it? Well, that's fine with people that buy it from my website. They do get it instantly. They get a download. But what about all those distributors who sell my videos? What if I have a distributor that buys 1,000 videos from me, sells it to 1,000 people? How am I supposed to get that information? How am I supposed to get information on those clients? A lot of times they don't want to share that stuff with you, even though they're one of your distributors. Yeah, we sold 1,000 copies of your video. Oh, can you give me the list of everyone who bought it? No. Because that's very important information. It's very expensive information. But when you do this, you take that whole problem out of the equation. One, a bonus file is just an added proposition, so it's one more reason to buy it. Now you have a video, which is a visual audio thing. Now you have something written, which is a file that they can look at to reinforce what's on the video. Okay, so right there, it's a value proposition item, so just for that reason alone, you should do it. But from a marketing perspective, if you have someone else selling your videos, let's say I did get my video into some major distribution source where they're selling 10,000 copies a year. I can get those 10,000 names now because everyone wants the free bonus file. They have to email me for it. That's the only way to get it. Now I've got all of those people that I can add to my list. This is one of the main reasons why my list has gotten big over the years. 7,000 people is a nice size list, but more importantly, it's 7,000 highly qualified people that have either bought my products, read my articles, found out about me through a print magazine and so forth. It's not 7,000 names that I bought somewhere. That's worthless. Never buy mailing lists. They're completely worthless. You might as well just go to any email database and just cut and paste those emails into your folder and just spam people, because it's going to be about as effective as that. But these are creative ways to develop a list, and you have patience. You look at it over, how can I get this list from 50 people to 1,000? You look at it over the course of a year, 2 years, not over the course of weeks and months. So bonus files are very important because it allows you to collect customer information. It also allows you to provide more value. No one does this, by the way. I don't know anyone who provides free bonus files. I see people selling videos all the time, and there's never anything on the back of it which says email the person. I want the customer to email me. I want them to contact me for if they have questions. I want them to contact me for the bonus file. I also want them to know who I am and where my site is, so the next time I come out with the product, they buy it from me directly, not my distributor. Make more money that way, all right? Not learning how to market information products before making one. This is a huge, huge mistake. You don't want to spend a lot of money on a product and great information, and you have no way to distribute it personally. People always want to pass the buck on this. They always go, oh, if someone discovered me, if I could just find some connector to the marketplace. You need to be that person. You need to be the connector to the marketplace. You need to be the person that other people want to come to, because you're the person that can connect them to the marketplace. Don't rely on someone else, because that's giving someone else way too much power over your success. I'm extremely self-reliant with my business. I don't rely on other people to get the word out for my stuff. I do that all on my own. That money I make is money that I earn, not something where an agent made it for me, and if the agent and I have a falling out, then I'm in trouble. You need to be as self-reliant as possible. You need to understand marketing. Understanding marketing is ad copy. How to write extremely effective ad copy. There really isn't any book that I recommend on this that I've read, because what I've learned about ad copy is from my own personal study, my own instinctive drives. A lot of this stuff is instinct. A lot of this stuff can't be learned. A lot of people won't tell you that, but there are many things in life that you're not going to learn that well because you don't have the instinct for it. That's just a reality. I have an instinct for this kind of stuff, but that alone is not enough, because you have to have the knowledge as well to execute it and put it out there. So learning how to write ad copy is very important, and you can do it without spending a dime, but you're going to be spending a lot of time. Here's how it works. You go and look at websites such as mine, such as my friend Tim Larkin's, such as a guy like Matt Fury, who's very successful with information products, even though he's a fat guy. And then you, I gotta throw that in there. You go to websites like CrossFit, Testosterone Magazine, and so forth. These are all examples of websites where they have very, very effective ad copy. What you do is you decode this stuff. You break it down, paragraph by paragraph. Why is this here? What's the point of this paragraph? What's the point of this header? What's the point of this hook? What's the point of the PS at the bottom? Why is it priced this way? Why is there a frequently asked questions list? Why is there 10 reasons why the customer should buy it? Is this stuff easy? No. Are most of you going to do it? No. There's probably one person in here who's going to go do this. Why? Because it's hard, and people don't like to work hard and use their brain. And that's great for me, and it's bad for the other person who's not prepared to do it, because I am prepared to do it. I'm prepared to do what the other person doesn't want to do. I'm prepared to work 7 days a week. I'm prepared to stay up all night reading other people's websites and ad copy to learn how to be successful. That's what successful people do. It's as simple as that. It's always been that way. So you got to decode ad copy. You got to take the time to do this. 25 pages on my website for this video. Okay, that's a $50,000 ad copy. Yes, there's more to it than just writing the ad copy, but if it wasn't for that ad copy, I guarantee you this video wouldn't have sold as much as it did. So that's something you want to learn. It's not something you want to delegate to someone else. You don't want to hire some PR firm for $5,000 a month, because no one's going to care more about getting your product out there more than you do. And if they do, then you shouldn't even be putting a product out there, because you should be the most passionate person about your product. You should take responsibility for making sure that it sells. You should be the distribution source. It's all on you to make it successful. So again, it's not going to cost you a dime. You don't have to go out there and buy a bunch of books, a bunch of marketing systems, but you do have to do research. And the more research you do, the more you start realizing, okay, there's some common themes here. Tim Larkin, Mike Mahler, Matt Fury, so forth, they all have different business models, but there's some correlations here. And then what you do is you copy concepts. Don't plagiarize people. I can't tell you how many kettlebell instructors have just gone to my website and just cut and paste I have and put it on their website. And it's so blatant, it's pathetic. And any customer who goes to my website and theirs, they're going to pick it apart right away. Mike Mahler, 10 reasons why you should come to the workshop. XYZ instructor, 10 reasons why you should come to my workshop. It's the exact same thing. They didn't even change the words, all right? Copy concepts. Don't copy literal things that people are writing. Copy stuff that why people are placing things in a certain way. Why is this ad copy long? Why is it priced this way? Why is this there? That's what you want to do. And then you personalize it to your product. You personalize it to your own unique style. You personalize it to your personality. I don't believe in super over-the-top marketing. You know, Dan Kennedy has gotten very popular with very over-the-top marketing techniques. Are they effective? Yeah. Does it fit my personality? No. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't follow what he's doing. I just have to personalize it to what I'm comfortable with. Never use a selling tactic that you're not comfortable with. You want to be completely behind it, because when those customers email you and criticize the way you're promoting yourself, you want to be able to say, hey, you know what? If you don't like it, just don't come to my website. I don't care for your business. This is the way that I'm comfortable promoting my business, and I don't have to answer to you or anybody else, so just get lost, all right? Okay. Let those hormones go down a little bit here. And I didn't get any estrogen increase from those 3 gin and tonics last night, fortunately. It's good. All right. So we got the marketing. We got the content. Putting the DVD out before you have a following. This is another big mistake. Again, you have to learn how to walk before you can run. You have to be able to crawl before you can walk. There's a time and place for everything. You need to be very patient, you need to be tactical, and then you need to look for your opportunity to execute. You don't just jump out there and hope that things work out. You don't just jump in the water and go, I hope I can figure out how to swim before I drown. It's just not going to work that way. So you want to develop a following. You don't put out information products until you have a website, until you have people actually coming to your website, until you develop some kind of name, some kind of branding, some kind of reason why people are going to buy your video just because they see your name. You know, I've gotten to a point now where people just come to my website. If I put out a new product, people are going to buy it right away because I have years of a high-quality reputation of already making great products. So a lot of people are just going to go, wow, Mike put out another DVD, I'm going to buy it. As long as every single one is good, I'm all set. Now, my very first video, which was called Mahler's Aggressive Strength for the Mixed Martial Arts, I put it out in about 2002. This was my educational experience with information products, because I didn't really know a whole lot about how to do this successfully. But I did have a big enough following back then. Not anywhere near what I have now, but it was enough. I had about 500 people in my newsletter list, a couple thousand people visiting my website every month. Not a whole lot, but enough that if I put out a good video, enough people are going to buy it where it's not a bomb. It might not be a complete success. It might not make me a lot of money, but it's going to make me enough money that it starts expanding my brand a little bit more. So my brother and I collaborated on this. He's a guy who wants to get into the film business. He's a script writer. He's a very smart guy with the technical side of stuff. I'm not smart at all with that kind of stuff, so it's a good compliment. We decided to buy a high-quality video camera together. It cost $4,000. Split it 50-50. We both own it. He needs the camera for his stuff. I need it for my videos. And then he learned how to edit himself. He's just a sharp guy that way. He can fix car problems just from reading a little manual, get under the car, and do it. Right, so it was a nice little collaboration for me. I paid him on the back end. Basically, we said we would split the profit 50-50. I never made this deal with him again because I would be giving him way too much money. But on this video, I had no capital, I had no income, I couldn't take as much risk. So I had to leverage profit sharing much more than I do now. So we invested a little bit of money in the camera. We found an outdoor location. We didn't spend any money on a studio. Here's another big mistake people make. Spend $5,000 renting a studio. You don't need a studio. You can just do it outside somewhere. My first 3 videos are outdoors somewhere. Do you need a permit for it? Maybe. Do you need to pay someone for it? Maybe. But what we did is we just did it without getting any of that stuff, all right? Because it's always better to apologize than to ask for permission. If I'm out there and someone comes over, I can say, oh, I had no idea I needed a permit for this. Sorry about that, Mr. Ranger. I'll go make sure to go get one. See you later. Okay, keep on filming. Let's finish this up. All right? So I used to do workshops in parks too. Do you need a permit for that? Maybe. Did I find out? No. Because I don't have time for red tape. I don't have time for government bureaucracy. I'm going to get out there and make things happen. If there's some penalty or fee I have to pay on the back end, fine. But when I'm in action, when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I don't have time to waste. So again, you don't waste a lot of time on studios. Don't waste a lot of time on doing things like that. Outdoor locations are a good fit for what I do. They may not be a good fit for what you're doing. If you're doing a balance board or something, you may not want to be in a park somewhere with squirrels running around in the background and so forth, all right? For my stuff, it's kind of a rugged training system anyway, so it kind of looks cool if I'm on the beach or in the forest or in the desert and so forth. So it works well, and most importantly, it doesn't cost a lot. Even to this day, I could rent out a studio any day at time I want, but why waste money on that? Put that money into your video, put that money into getting it out in the marketplace. Don't waste a lot of time with that. So these are just myths that people want to put out there. Be very professional. Make sure you have makeup on. I'm not putting makeup on to do a video, all right? I don't need the perfect lighting and all that, all right? I'm not selling a Hollywood production here. I'm selling a fitness video, a hardcore fitness video, given my training style. So I don't need to do all that stuff and waste a lot of time on trying to be a metrosexual, which I'm clearly not. All right. Okay, we covered that. Think you need to do a studio, blah, 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 blah. Let's move on to the next theme here. Okay, obvious benefits of information products. Okay, creates an additional passive income stream. You make money while you're doing other things. So while I'm sitting here lecturing, people are buying my video. While I'm sleeping, people are buying my video. While I'm taking my dogs for a walk, people are buying my video. While I'm out having a good time in Vegas, people are buying my video. All right, passive income is something that you need to have. You don't want to just rely on your physical abilities, because what happens if you get injured? How many of you rely 100% on teaching classes and private training? Well, God forbid, what happens if you break your leg skiing one day? Then what's going to happen? How many of you would still be able to do it? I mean, you can get creative and still pull it off. You'll be sitting in a chair instructing the person, okay, 10 more push-ups, 20 more chin-ups, right? But the chances are if you get injured, you're in trouble. Now, I don't want to get injured. I do workshops, but if I had to stop doing workshops because of an injury, it really wouldn't make that big of an impact in my business at this point. I would make $200,000 instead of $220,000. Does it suck? Yeah, but it's not the end of the world. So the more passive income you have, the better. Passive income you can increase exponentially as well. You can only take your rates up so high. Okay, your billable hours can be only so high. You know, I know fitness trainers that are quote-unquote celebrity trainers who charge $1,000 an hour, and they make a lot of money. You know, one guy I know of makes about $500,000 a year, which is a great income. He doesn't have any products, though. He just relies on those billable hours, which fortunately happen to be very, very good for this individual. But I know another guy who does no private training. He just makes information products, self-published information products at that, and he makes $1.5 million a year. And most of you people would, if I named this person, you probably never even heard of them, right? While the other person A, you probably have heard of. So it's not about perception. It's not about being on television and having celebrity status and so forth. I mean, if that's something you care about, that's fine. If that's your goal, to be this big star and have people clapping for you and you're out in the marketplace and everyone knows who you are, fine. I'd rather be that guy behind the scenes who makes a lot more money and has a greater lifestyle. But that's me. You pick the goal, that's fine with you. But what I'm saying is you don't have to go through all these traditional routes anymore. The one thing the internet has done is we created kind of a leverage for all of us, a leveling field where if you use your brain and you take advantage of smart marketing techniques and leveraging information products, you can create an incredible income without stepping out the door. One thing also about information products is they will increase everything else you do. When you have a video, you become more valuable to the consumer. You become almost like a rock star or a celebrity because someone sees one of your videos and they go, wow, that was great. I want to meet that guy. I'm going to go to one of his workshops, where they may not have wanted to go to one of your workshops before. But because you demonstrated value through a video, now they want to come to the workshop. Just like you buy a musician's CD, you really like it, now you want to go see that person live. So the way that I operate my business, traveling, doing workshops, selling information products, it really isn't that much different than the way, let's say, a rock band would promote themselves. They're touring, they're doing gigs, they're making products, CDs, and they're parlaying. They're both complementary. One is not canceling out the other. They're both helping you create more income, all right? No geographical boundaries of products. This is one of the most important things, especially if you live in, let's say, the middle of nowhere. I always say that I could run my business from Missoula, Montana, and it wouldn't make a dent into my income because I'm not reliant on whatever locality I'm in. I live in Las Vegas, but I do very little business in Las Vegas. And it's not because I have anything against Las Vegas, it's because I prefer to focus more on the creative side of things. I do a couple seminars here and there just because I want to stay healthy and be in front of people, not be a reclusive person sitting at home all day long, all year long. So I do some stuff outside of the house and inside the location, but I'm not reliant on Las Vegas. If there's no market in Las Vegas for my services, no big deal. Because I've got the whole world to pull resources from. I've got visitors from all over the world on my website. I have customers in just about every country that's out there that buy my videos, buy my ebooks, sign up for my personalized programs. So no geographical boundaries. This is extremely important. Okay, again, it's going to funnel into other things you do. So if you do boot camps, you're going to get people that may not have wanted to come before, but they see your video and now they definitely want to come. They've read your ebook, now they definitely want to come. Okay, very effective promotional tool. Instead of calling up the media or calling up celebrities or calling up athletes and saying, hey, can I come out and do a free demo of my training system? Can I get together with you for a free private lesson? I never do free private lessons. I don't care who it is. I could care less who it is. And honestly, I don't look at celebrities as Hollywood types and athletes and so forth. The real celebrities are customers who buy my products, visit my website. I'd rather spend time with people that actually pay for my stuff. Those are the real celebrities from my business standpoint of view, not someone who wants to call me up and leverage their status and try to get something for free. I don't have any respect for that. But what I will do is this. I'm not willing to go out and spend the day training people for nothing. And we're not talking about nonprofit stuff here. We're talking about people that have money to pay you. They're just too cheap to do it, right? I'm not going to go spend the day working with those people, but I will send them a video. Instead of saying, no, I don't want to do that, I'll go, tell you what, I'm super busy. I don't have time to come out and spend the day with you. I don't care who you are, but I will send you a video to check out. And if you like what you see, come pay to come to my next workshop or come pay my daily rate to take a private workshop with me and so forth. So the video is like an employee that goes out there and does PR for me. I don't have to waste my time convincing people if my system's a fit for them or not. I just send them a DVD, and if they like it, great. If they don't like it, no big thing. Because my personality is disseminated through my videos, so it's a fit. They're not going to watch the video and then be surprised with what they see in person. They're not going to go, wow, he's totally different on the video. If anything, they're going to go, I thought he was a nut on the video, and he's 10 times more psychotic in person, all right? And that's kind of the goal I want there. All right, so it's a very effective promotional tool. And also, you no longer have to be a slave to billable hours. You can fire irritating customers without thinking about it. You know, the more income streams you have, the more secure you are. Each income stream is basically like having another department in your business that creates income for you. So if private lessons are slow, like private lessons tend to be slow during certain periods of the year. All of you that do a lot of those find that. Even workshops. I find that workshops really don't do that well in the summer. So what if I just relied on workshops for my income? What am I going to do during those 3 months? I'm not going to make any money, all right? But when you have a diversity of income sources, one of them is always going to do pretty well. So maybe workshops aren't filling that up, but the video's selling really well. Maybe the video's not selling that well for some reason, but the ebook is selling really well. Maybe the ebook is not doing that well, but personalized programs are doing well. And best case scenario, all of them are doing well. And that's where I'm at with my business right now. But again, I don't hesitate to get rid of customers that irritate me, whether it's a personalized program client or someone who buys my video. If there's someone that I honestly don't like, bam, refund, you're done, get out of here, don't ever come back. And it's great to have that kind of security and confidence where you don't have to be desperate and just go, you know what, I hate dealing with this person, but I need the money. I need that $300. I can't afford to just turn people away. When you can turn people away, that's when you have real security. It's not about being desperate and pimping yourself out there where you're offering free services all the time. That's all amateur stuff. A professional turns away business because you have so much coming in that you actually have to turn it away. The demand is so high for who you are, you have to turn it away. And that's where you want to be. Okay. Any questions at this point? Yeah. We get that mic out there, and then if there's time, I'll keep continuing.
Here, Di's going to bring in the mic over there. Stand up.
Hi, what do you use for distributing your products? Just actually, you know, where are the videos stored and
okay, good
who
question.
sends them out?
Yeah, it's a great question. Okay, the question is, who stores your videos? Who takes care of sending it to the actual customer? Now, I actually used to do this all on my own, which is a real nightmare. It's a nightmare whether you're doing really well, and it's even more of a nightmare if you're not doing that well, because there's nothing more irritating than driving to the post office to drop off one video, all right? Also, it's not much fun to have 100 videos if you have to put in this big bag and lug to the post office to drop off. I did that for many years. Fortunately, it got to the point where I realized it wasn't taking the best use of my time. And I found out a really good company through a good friend of mine called Vervante.com. And again, this is in the presentation that you can email me for. So if you write it down and you lose track of that, no big thing. Vervante.com, that's Vervante.com. This is a fulfillment company. They're a great, great fulfillment company. Here's what that means. You ship your products to them. You can even have them make your products. They have great fees for duplicating videos. They can even do on-demand duplication, which I'll talk about in a second. So you can make them your one-stop source for not only creating your video in an actual format and also sending it out to the actual customer. They have no monthly fees. They have no stocking fees. So you can send them 5,000 videos to put in their warehouse. It's not going to cost anything to store it there, and it's not going to cost you anything to have an account with them. You pay $2 per order. $2 per order. So if a customer orders 3 of my videos, that costs me $2. If a customer orders 1 video, that costs $2. And then whatever the shipping charge would be, which you would be paying anyway. So basically, you're paying $2 to have an order processed. And believe me, this is one of the best things I did for my business because it frees up so much time and so much hassle. They send it in a way where you know whether it's been delivered to the customer or not, and if there's any problems, they can back you up and help you out with stuff. So Vervante.com is a really good fulfillment company. I researched a lot of fulfillment companies, and you're going to find very few that have no monthly fees or no stocking fees and so forth. They also do something that's called on-demand duplication. This is a great way to take some of the risk out of actually making a product. When I make a video, I usually have 1,000 copies made right from the get-go, because it's a lot cheaper to do it that way, and I know it's going to sell, so no big thing. But if you're just putting out a new video, you've never sold one before, and you're a little bit unsure of how it's going to go, you can actually have them make 1 video at a time. So if someone places an order, you forward the order on to them, and they actually make a video and send it to the customer. The plus side is you're taking some of the risk out of the equation. The negative is it's going to cost a lot more. For example, my videos cost about $1 a DVD when I have it duplicated 1,000 at a time. If you're going to do this on-demand duplication where it's just 1 at a time or 2 at a time or so forth, it's going to cost maybe $9 or $10 per order. So you are losing a lot of your profit, but at the same time, it's a good way to kind of test the market without blowing a lot of money out there. So Vervante.com is excellent. And here's how the whole thing works with my website to make it really seamless. You don't have to actually get the order and then forward it to them to ship out to the customer. I use a shopping cart called iShopping.com. iShopping.com, it's spelled just like the way it sounds. That technology basically takes the order. I have a merchant account that processes the order. The order is automatically sent to Vervante for them to process it. So every time I get an order, they get the order information as well, and I don't have to be a part of the equation. So I've basically made my products an affiliate program, but it's way more lucrative than any affiliate program I have on my website. And just like Len said, you don't want your own products to be second to affiliate programs. Affiliate programs are great, but you want to look at that as supplementary income rather than the main focus of your website. Once you put out your own products, that should be the focal point of it, but you can actually have a system in play where it's just as seamless as having an affiliate program. It doesn't have to be something where you have 1,000 videos in your living room and you're selling 5 a month and you're freaking out because you spent all this money putting it out there and you don't have any space to stock this stuff. Okay? Any other questions?
Mike, when you, for the images on like the DVD cover, like your Boys Are Back thing, are you creating that yourself? Is that Vervante helping you out with that, or is that your brother?
Yeah, I'm harnessing people power and something like that. I actually had a lady who came to the course. She attended it for free, and she offered to bring her a high-quality camera with her and just take a ton of photos for us. So we said, sir, you're a friend of ours. Come down to the workshop. She took a ton of photos for us, and we were able to use those photos for the video.